Calcutta High Court has pulled up the Mamata Banerjee government and stated that everyone has the right to profess their religion on extension of immersion time for Durga Puja. The High Court stated that Mamata's government cannot impose thoughts without any concrete facts. The Calcutta High Court will now pass the order tomorrow. The state advocate had earlier submitted before the bench that the state had decided to extend timings to 10 p.m. for immersion of Durga Puja idols on the day of Vijayadashmi instead of 6 p.m. to avoid them clashing with Muharram.
Calcutta High Court's division bench wraps the state government while hearing the petition against the state government's embargo on idol immersion during Vijayadashmi day and the embargo on complete immersion during Muharram. The court asked the state's advocate general on basis of what ground and not apprehension that state have issued the notification, to which the state's advocate general was not convincing enough to convince the court. However, the state said that if undue incident takes place, who will take the responsibility? Again, to which the Calcutta High Court said that it is the sole responsibility of the state to maintain law and order situation.
I'm very sorry that observations cannot be said outside because the matter is still sub judice. But tomorrow at 10:30 or between 11, everything will be out, and I hope for the best.
Well, let us await the judgment. Calcutta High Court has a very big tradition of delivering justice, and I'm very confident that they will rule in favor of the Vijayadashmi rally.
Durga Puja, it is a established all traditional cultural festival of great Bengali people. No hurdle must come in performing the historical Durga Puja festivals and the performances.
ये उनका विक्टिम गेम है। ये माइनॉरिटीज के पास यही बोलेंगे कि देखिए हमने तो अपनी तरफ से पूरी कोशिश की कि मुहर्रम को जो है प्रायोरिटी मिले दुर्गा पूजा के इमर्शन के ऊपर, लेकिन क्या करें, अब कोर्ट ने हमें अलाउ नहीं किया। तो ये जो करना, ये जो फतवा जारी करना, ये जानते हुए कि बहुत ही बुरी तरीके से नाक कटेगी, यही उनका अपीजमेंट पॉलिटिक्स है।
Meanwhile, there is interim relief for the EPS-OPS government today as the Madras High Court ordered a stay on the floor test in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. The court hearing has been adjourned till the 4th of October. The court said that no floor test will take place till the court decides so.
In a breather for all political parties concerned, the Madras High Court's interim stay on floor test gives more time to TTV Dinakaran and EPS faction to strategize the next course of action. With no immediate threat to the government, political analysts believe the battle is now going to be fought in the courts. There is no end to the political turmoil that has engulfed the state since the demise of former Chief Minister. In Chennai, with video journalist Videsh, Lokpriya, NewsX.
There is advantage to Palaniswamy at all. It's a disadvantage because they wanted to have floor tests without the Dinakaran group. So they got them disqualified on the ground of defection. But the High Court seems to be prima facie convinced that there is no defection prima facie.
Court has given a stay order pertaining to the vacancy issue as directed by the Speaker and advice given to the Election Commission of India. So hence a stay order has been enforced. Election Commission of India cannot announce the 18 MLAs constituency as a vacant one.
I can say we are very happy with the order because it was consented by us, because as far as we are concerned, the disqualification right now stands. There is no stay of the disqualification. We have and there was no interest at all. So it was said by the governor's lawyer that no request had come at all for conducting a floor test. So there is no present proposal to conduct a floor test. And apart from that, the order of the Speaker has not been stayed, and the disqualification continues till further hearing. There will not be a protest.
Thank you, sir.
This is a victory for democracy and victory for the steps taken by the DMK to prevent subversion of constitutional principles and subversion of the democracy. the court has granted a partial stay of the disqualification in the sense that they have said there will be not any notification, election notification for those 18 seats which are filled vacant by virtue of this disqualification order. Until this disqualification petitions are disposed of, there won't be any floor test.
The courts have laid down and several judgments exist to tell you as to for what reason a person can be disqualified and can be denied membership of the House. And prima facie it appears that the Speaker has gone beyond his jurisdiction and he has disqualified these members and dismissed them. So this is something which the court will eventually decide, and I think we'll have to wait for the courts to provide a ruling in the matter.
The petitioners of this case, DMK and TTV Dinakaran, has not yet reacted to this orders of Madras High Court. Even though it is considered as a small victory for TTV Dinakaran and DMK, consequently it allows some time for EPS to continue his government. According to the legal experts and political analysis, even after the final verdict from the single bench in this particular case, the opposition may challenge the verdict in the bench of Madras High Court and later on to the Supreme Court. So it is very much clear that the final conclusion of this case will not arrive at the earliest.
Meanwhile, there has been a major crackdown of sheikh marriage rackets in the city of Hyderabad, where the local police have arrested 5 Omani and 3 Qatari nationals who are accused of preparing forged nikah-nama and marriage certificates. The Hyderabad police traced a network that starts right from the arrival of Arab nationals till their marriage and subsequent departure during its investigations.
मैं भी नहीं रहती, मेरे को टॉर्चर कर रहे हो तो हम लोग जो ब्रोकर है ना उनको 7 लाख रुपए दिए, तुम वापस हमको 7 लाख रुपए इंडिया से मंगा के दो, हम तुमको भिजा देते बोले। हम लोग गरीब होते पैसे रहते थे तो शादी कहीं कर लेते थे नहीं कर लेते थे, यही बोली। मैं तो बहुत टॉर्चर करे, थोड़े दिन ये घर में रखते थे, थोड़े दिन वो घर में, मारना पीटना खाना नहीं देना कुछ।
ये बच्ची को लेके जाते हैं, उन्हें बहुत पैसे वाले, उन्हें अंधा है तो हमको क्या बोले, उन्हें इलाज पाया, उसके आंखों का ऑपरेशन है, बीवी की जरूरत है बल्कि हम कर रहे हैं, दुकान आए वो है बल्कि हमको झूठा बोल दिए, 3 महीने में वापिस आना है बल्कि ले गए तो वहाँ अंधा है, उन्हें फकीर है, वहाँ का वहाँ खिलाने को भी तैयार नहीं है। अंधे आदमी के साथ अच्छे लोगों का क्या सलूक होता आप समझ सकते हैं, हम बोल नहीं सकते ये बात, तो कैसा रहना बोलो। जब हम इनसे रिक्वेस्ट करें तो हमको कुछ भी मदद नहीं मिली, तो हम पुलिस में आए तो हमको आज ये मदद मिली।
मुझे तो कुछ पता नहीं है कि यहाँ पर क्यों अरेस्ट किया है, क्या है क्या नहीं। यहाँ पर कुछ ब्रोकर्स के वगैरह की कुछ बात चल रही है, मुझे तो लॉक किया है, यही कि कोई बात चल रही है बोल के लेके आए हम लोग के बारे में। क्या है ब्रोकर में पता नहीं है मैं क्या वजह से क्यों अरेस्ट किया।
Selling women off, especially minor girls, under the name of contract marriages and exploiting them in Gulf countries is not new in Hyderabad. And today, relating to such particular cases, the Hyderabad police has nabbed 20 such people who among them include nationals from Oman and Qatar, brokers, lodge owners who've been involved in such evil activities. This is the Hyderabad police say that they busted this racket after a tip-off from one of a girl who was forced and made it to convince to marry a national from the Gulf country. But however, she declined, saying that the age cap was too much for her to get married, and then she'd alerted the police here. The police have formed special teams especially to bust this racket, and they say that they hope to permanently continue those teams which can focus on these cases which have been very common in Hyderabad of late.
Meanwhile, the BCCI has nominated former Indian cricket team captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni for the Padma Bhushan Awards, which is the country's 3rd highest civilian award for his contribution in the game. The BCCI board has only sent one name for the Padma Awards this year, and it was a unanimous decision to nominate India's most successful captain.
Dhoni is the most deserving player to get Padma Bhushan because his contribution to the Indian cricket and world cricket is immense. He has made plethora of records which cannot be beaten easily. And Even today he has got lots of cricket in himself. The way he is playing, the way he is, pulling out India from a difficult situation, I think he should be awarded with Padma Bhushan, and that will be a true honor to a true person.
The BCCI has confirmed that MS Dhoni, the captain cool, has been nominated for the Padma Bhushan award. He has already received Arjun Award, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award and Padma Shri. If he will be confirmed this by the Government of India, then he will become the 11th cricketer to achieve the third highest civilian award, that is the Padma Bhushan. With video journalist Sudhir, this is Aishwarya Jain for NewsX in New Delhi.
Now is he going to go for 2 here? 6 from 1 ball. What a dramatic end. Treadwell misses. India win the Champions Trophy.
2 world titles. 9,737 runs. And 90 test matches later, India's most successful captain has been nominated for the Padma Bhushan. Let's have a look at some other cricketers who've made it to the Hall of Fame. Regarded as one of the greatest opening batsmen, Sunil Gavaskar received the prestigious Padma Bhushan in 1980. The Bible of the cricket, Wisden, named him Cricketer of the Century. Kapil Dev received the Padma Bhushan in 1991. Former captain and current overseas batting consultant, heartthrob Rahul Dravid was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 2013. India's greatest sports icon, a genius, Sachin Tendulkar became the only cricketer to be awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna, in 2014. An aggressive batsman and one of India's greatest captains, Saurav Ganguly was awarded the Padma Shri in 2004.
As more skeletons stumbled out of Ram Rahim's Dera in Sirsa, sources tell us that Rahim's adopted daughter Honeypreet was spotted in Nepal by the Nepalese police day before yesterday. There is also a convoy of 3 cars which was said to be following her. The police said that she had fled towards Pokhara, and the police teams from Haryana and Nepal are now on a manhunt on the way to Pokhara. NewsX's editor Shiv Jha is also on Honeypreet's trail in Nepal. Now this comes even as the Haryana police has already booked her for inciting violence in Panchkula on the 25th of August. Meanwhile, shocking revelations have come to light as the Haryana police probe have revealed that 600 skeletons may have been buried in the Dera Sacha Sauda in Sirsa. The police has spoken to the Dera doctor who told them the skeletons are buried inside the Dera.
Right now we are at the SP office in Sunsari district of Nepal. Just a short while ago I talked to the SP Vidyanand Manjhi. He refused to make any comment on the camera, but off camera he accepted that there is a hunt for Honeypreet in the entire district of Sunsari. Search operations were conducted yesterday by the Nepal police in almost every hotel in this particular area. Search operations were also conducted at various other suspected hideouts, the possible hideouts of Honeypreet. But what is surprising is the fact that neither the Haryana police nor the Bihar police has so far, till this point in time, contacted the Superintendent of Police for any kind of possible help. This is Dharan. There was this information that Honeypreet apparently was seen in some part of Dharan a couple of days ago. NewsX team reached Dharan, tried to inquire about the whereabouts of Honeypreet. We also talked to the Superintendent of Police of Sunsari district. The Superintendent of Police categorically denying that Honeypreet is anywhere in Dharan or in the adjoining areas. In fact, the Superintendent of Police also confirmed that search operations are on, all the hotels have been checked and all the suspected hideouts have been checked, but no trace of Honeypreet. Now this is one area that has some followers of Baba Ram Rahim. Right now we are in Chatra. This is one of the desolate stretches in Sunsari district. Now I'll ask my cameraman to pan a bit and show you a glimpse of how Chatra exactly looks. Surrounded by the hills and covered with forest from almost every area. The road leading to Chatra are desolate, they are broken roads, and very few people do have the inkling who exactly are coming. When we interacted with the locals here, they are indicating that apparently In the last couple of days, there have been heavy movement of various kinds of vehicles coming from India. It is suspected that since Ram Rahim came to the ashrams that are there, we'll be taking you to those ashrams as well. Since Ram Rahim has been paying regular visit to these ashrams, so it is largely being believed that he is having a sizable following in these areas. Now we are in Dharan, that is a part of Sunsari district in Nepal. There were inputs that apparently Honeypreet has been seen in this particular stretch. Now, take a look at the location of Dharan. It is surrounded by hills on one side, the Kosi river flowing on the other side, and dense jungle. In fact, this is a tourist spot. Tourists from far and wide flock to Dharan. Now, Baba Ram Rahim apparently paid a visit to this stretch on some occasion, and it is widely believed that he is having wide support in this area.
हम जो मीडिया चैनल में देखा था, लेकिन उसमें हमें टेंशन नहीं है, लेकिन क्या वो या हो कि नहीं हमको पता करना चाहिए ना, वो है कि नहीं पता करना चाहिए। हम इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए अभी खोज तलाश में इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं, यदि पता है तो आपको बता देंगे। इतना है।
नेपाल में प्रशासनिक स्तर पे कहाँ ढूंढा जा रहा है अभी?
वो जहाँ रुक सकते हैं वो ढूंढ जाती है।
लेकिन यहाँ के पुलिस प्रशासन खोज तलाश में कोई ध्यान नहीं। उनका कहना है कि हम लोग के भारत के तरफ से कोई ऐसा ऑफिसर टॉक नहीं हुआ है कि उन पे खोजने के लिए कुछ यहाँ पे फोर्स आए। बस हम लोग नज़र रख रहे हैं, उन्होंने कोई खास तलाश में अपना टाइम इन्वेस्ट नहीं कर रहा है। यहाँ पे दंतकाली है, बड़ा क्षेत्र है, टूरिज्म एरिया भी है, बड़ा महफूज जगह है, यहाँ पे होने की संभावना हो सकता है।
बाबा कभी आए हैं यहाँ पर?
इससे आगे बाबा यहाँ पे 1-2 बार आए हैं, ऐसा कहा गया।
Meanwhile, Malayalam actor Dileep's movie Ram Leela is set to hit theatres soon. Dileep is in jail for allegedly kidnapping and molesting an actress. His film Ram Leela has been delayed for long, but it has been confirmed to release next week. The actor had applied for bail in the Calcutta High Court but was rejected again with charges of kidnapping and assault against him. Many have expressed their disapproval on the film's release. Meanwhile, the police will file a charge sheet in the molestation case on the 7th of October. And it is likely that the police will seek a life term for the actor.
The release of Dileep movie Ram Leela has become a controversy in the Malayalam film industry. Those who support the release of Ram Leela states that there are many artists in the movie and this is the life of that artist and the new director is in the back of this movie. But those who oppose the release of Ram Leela movie states that the actress who is attacked recently is in a poor condition and no VIP is there to visit that actress. But still, Dileep has been visited by many actors, directors and artists.
Malayalam cinema is currently undergoing a critical period. A crucial factor which brought about such a situation is the sitting of irrevocable mistakes and damages that have happened over the past few months. Support from people is inevitable for the survival and success of any movie industry. Is no exception to this rule. See, Ram Leela movie should not be released in Kerala, at least to save the movie industry from the disgrace it has jumped into on its own. That really.
I think this movie should be released. It's just one role, one actor playing, and his personal life doesn't belong to others' personal life, like others' creative ideas. He can't do it. He can just portray the character and the rest of the things the other people did.
Meanwhile, Bahubali star Rana Daggubati in an exclusive interview in NewsX spoke about the importance of having a private life even for the light-catching stars. While he believes that celebs can have a private life, the larger debate is why do they get to decide when public displays all right and when it can be claimed as an invasion of their privacy.
Celebrity today, given a decade or so,
right.
Life has changed so much.
100%.
Do you think there's no private life anymore for you?
I have a super private life.
Yeah.
See, it also depends on how you use it. See, now, I shouldn't want to be a celebrity in some places, I shouldn't want to be somebody else in some other place. Now, I'm exactly the same. Whether I talk to you outside of these cameras, I will talk to you like this, and here also I will talk like this. see, it will start worrying people when you start putting a certain facade saying, let the people think this is what I am. I mean, that's not going to work anymore. I mean, those days are gone. Because I'm saying today, it's not only celebrities, everyone's life has changed. I mean, now you're on Facebook and things like that. Friends that you didn't know for years are suddenly on your wall. You haven't spoken to that person in what, 5 years, 10 years, or from the time you accepted him either. But so it's changed for everyone. It's not just a celebrity. Celebrity is just seen a lot more, but life is changing for every single person. Technology is going to blow things out of proportion.
The whole issue which has been coming up where Rana has actually professed that celebs do have a personal life, that's absolutely right. They have their own private spaces and they are human at the end of the day. They'll get affected if there are absolutely negative comments or racist or bigotries going on the social media. But we have to understand, even the stars, probably even they understand that this is part and parcel of their life. It's an occupational hazard. It will happen. It's just in the nascent stage.
They entertain us on the silver screen.
मुंबई में भाई तो बहुत बने, पर आपा सिर्फ एक.
लोगों ने इज्जत बख्शी, मैंने कबूल की.
They post their pictures on the social media. They talk to their fans directly about their likes and dislikes. They like being followed by many. A star's following translates not only as a marketing tool, but is used for self-promotion too. So the question is that if the stars make themselves so accessible to the general population, then when does this interaction become an intrusion?
It's changed for everyone. It's not just a celebrity. Celebrity is just seen a lot more, but life is changing for every single person. Technology is going to blow things out of proportion.
Meanwhile, Shraddha Kapoor's upcoming film Hasina Parkar has landed itself in trouble as the Hindu Sena has written a letter to the Home Ministry demanding for a probe into the funding of the film. As according to them, the film projects Mumbai police in a bad light and also tries to gain sympathy for Dawood's family. Now, while the cast and crew of the film have time and again clarified that they are not trying to whitewash Hasina's image, the controversy continues.
While Siddhant has said that, at the end of the day, an actor is playing a part and you shouldn't care about what others will say and think. But there is also this argument now coming out, and you must have heard it as well, that it's a glorification in a way of a criminal, the movie and the part you're playing. So what is your response to that?
My response to that is that that is actually not what we are trying to do. We're just, Apu was very clear that he wanted to, show all the facets and all the sides regarding Hasina Parkar and her life and whatever has happened in her life. And once people see the film, they will feel free to form their own opinion about the woman and about the events that have, happened in her life and shaped her through the years. Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Considering that you're the director.
It's pretty much that, but you have to understand that the person who's always spoken about is Dawood Ibrahim. No one knows Hasina Parkar. I didn't know who Hasina Parkar was till someone told me about her. So the balance is like this. I'm making a story on his sister. That's the title of my film. But obviously, Dawood, we know he's #1 enemy of this country and what he's implicated for. But if it wasn't called Hasina Parkar, it was called Sunita Pradhan or something else, it's still a very intriguing story. Because this woman got married at the age of 17. She was born to 12 other siblings. They lived in a 12 by 12 foot chawl. Her father was a constable. And she didn't portray or see her life like this. She thought that she was going to get married, live a happy life, had 4 kids. But as her brothers rise in the underworld and the gang wars between the Pathans and Karim Lala's gang, and then later on Arun Gavrian started, the burden of his rise fell on her. She lost her brother, she lost her husband.